Welcome back to Hannity. Just 1 year after pleading guilty to the brutal murders of 4 University of Idaho students, convicted Idaho killer Bryan Kohberger is now claiming that he is innocent. And in an interview with the New York Times from prison, Kohberger now says that he was misled into accepting the deal, now wants to withdraw his guilty plea. Joining us now to react to the shocking news, the mother of Kaylee Goncalve and one of Bryan Kohberger's victims, Kaylee Goncalve, is with us. First of all, my deepest, most profound sympathy. He pled guilty. I saw the evidence in that case. We saw the many times that he pulled into that driveway. We know that he was down that block all that time. I'm sure this is got to be very devastating to you. What's your reaction to that?
I mean, it's not the best news by any means, you know, to wake up to just on a Monday morning. But on the other hand, I can't say that we're surprised, even though the plea came with the promise of no appeals. We knew that wasn't factual, and we knew that that wasn't, you know, I guess, constitutional and at the appellate level. We didn't think it was not going to happen. We knew we'd be hearing from him again, and September was coming up, and that would be the end of his appeal. So we weren't really shocked. And honestly, either way this goes, whether the judge dismisses it right out the gate, fantastic. Or if we wind up in court, we still feel that, like we wanted to go in the first place, the trial. We are very confident in the evidence in this case. And hopefully, if we do go to trial this time, he will be convicted and sentenced to death.
I read your statement. He chose not to leave his fate or the facts of the case to a jury. That was his choice. He admitted his guilt. And when asked whether he was actually guilty, he said yes. So I'm sure in your mind and your family's mind that there was finality to you here, even though you lost your beautiful daughter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, we were expecting it to be done, although, you know, we were kind of waiting for that this coming September to pass. And we were getting close, but, you know, we didn't really talk about it, just kind of laid in the back of our heads. And this morning, Steve called me and was like, it's happening. Yeah. So all we could do is go through it.
Christy, we're praying for you, all the other victims' families, your beautiful daughter, your family. Such a tragedy. They seem like such a great group of kids. They really did. Thank you for being with us. All right, here with Reaction, the host of Crime Stories on Fox 1, our friend Nancy Grace. You know, Nancy, we've been friends a long time. I know you lived through this in your own way. I know you've covered these stories. I find the most difficult interviews that I ever will do are parents that lost their precious children. And now this guy is going to bring more pain into their life?
You know, when you were just speaking with Mrs. Goncalve, it took me back to the times I've spoken to her, you know, when everything was going down. And there were times I'd have to stop taping because it was just that heartbreaking to hear. There's video of her holding Kaylee's sweatshirt and smelling it and just crying. And it's brutal. But you know what? Bring it on. Because I agree with one thing Bryan Kohberger said in his self-styled petition. He says justice was not served. And amen, brother. It was not served because he needs the death penalty. If there ever was a death penalty case, it's Bryan Kohberger. 4 students about the age of my twins slaughtered, butchered in their beds. A couple of them tried to fight back. His DNA on the sheath of the murder weapon, 5.67 octillion to 1. It was him. Okay, Kohberger, have at it. Now, here's the deal. I wish the state would swoop in right now. Of course, they're going to have to get an independent prosecutor because the last one had no spine whatsoever to try this thing. But I wish the state would swoop in and say, fine, we agree. No contest. We want a trial. So then what's the judge going to do? Fight them? He could say, no, it was a legitimate plea. I'm not wasting my calendar on Kohberger. But if both sides agree, he would be hard pressed to do that. So the state would get what many prosecutors wanted all along, a trial where we learn the truth. But I got to tell you something, Sean. Listen to this. Guess what he's complaining about? He says his claim is based on my truth, his truth. Like, that's different from the truth. And he says he was lied to about prison life. Can you believe that, Sean Hannity? Jail ain't what it's cracked up to be. And now he wants a trial. I want him to get that. Be careful what you ask for, Kohberger, for you will surely get it.
You know, that's what I love about you, is that you're like, okay, you're going to bring misery into the lives of these families one more time? Fine. But if this should be a death penalty case, I want it to be. Nancy, you saw the evidence that I mentioned. This guy's stalking these kids late into the night, his driving patterns, all of that is, to me, makes it a slam dunk case. You know, incontrovertible, overwhelming. So good luck in the case.
The murder weapon on Amazon.
Yeah.
I mean, case closed, bring on the Amazon representative. Done. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That DNA is unlike anything I've ever seen. And it's for real. That's more than there are people on this planet. The statistic nailing him, Brian Kohberger, he is so self-centered. All he thinks about is himself. And he is claiming he was lied to about life behind bars and job opportunities. He needs a trial. I want him to be tried. I want to try the case myself, Sean.
I'd love to see that too. All right, Nancy Grace, our good friend, thank you.